Everything Now, an interactive comedy show on Twitch where you, the viewers, are in control, featuring special guests from all over the Twitch community and the Los Angeles comedy scene. Enter a variety of wild scenarios with colorful characters and help steer the story in whatever direction you want. You can vote in polls to make choices, submit images over Twitter and Discord. You can pay to play sound effects.
Road ends in 100 feet.
What the f***?
It's your show too, friend. Hop on in and experience everything now.
All rise for the honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. Welcome in, folks. It's me, your boy, Judge Learned Hand. And if you're just joining us, what's going on? Oh, we're good over there? Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Excellent. Folks, welcome in. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Judge Learned Hand, and I preside over the Now York Superior Court here, where criminals, or alleged criminals, come in to have their cases heard by myself and by you, our faithful jurors. Yes, if you are here in the chat tonight, you are our jury, and you will be helping to decide whether or not these defendants are guilty of the crimes for which they stand accused. Let's see who we've got in the jury box tonight. Asher Wood, Wandering Star, VTAC vs. the World, McDougal, Mac Plays, Party on a Sunday, Crocodile, Campin' Dingus, Idle Spork, Naked Comedy, Bomber Suits and Kilts, Dinsdale Piranha, Fogman, Churro, 777, Burke, Laser Lady, Rarely Asleep, Go-Go Gadget Laxatives, and the rest. Welcome in, faithful jurors. Tonight, we'll be hearing from some defendants arguing for why they should be held innocent, or I guess technically not guilty, of the crimes for which they stand accused. And while we are hearing their testimony, their defenses, obviously you'll be given an opportunity to ask them some questions, as will I, but there are a number of other ways that you can help us get to the truth here in the courtroom. Now, there is visual evidence that we will be displaying on this television right here. You'll see here's an example, and I'm sure this is a very valuable piece of visual evidence for some trial that I cannot recall now at the moment, but that's a piece of evidence that was submitted by you in our Discord. So if you haven't already, join the Discord. We're gonna link it in the chat. Have we done that already?
Yep.
Excellent. There's a link in the chat. Click that link, join the Discord, and head on over to the submissions channel where you can submit images. And there's a boo, and we're booing the judge. Thank you, Corey Gamer. Careful, I may hold you in contempt of court. Speaking of contempt of court, I was going to run through the other types of evidence, but let's jump right on to that. We've got a new addition to the courtroom right now. Remember the I object sound alert that didn't do anything for the first, 20 times we did this format? Well, we finally decided to make it do something. Check this out. So here's our case file, right? And look at this. Bing, bong, bing. 3 X's. It says objections at the bottom now. And what do those objections mean? Well, when you trigger the objection sound alert now, we will add 1 X to the case file. And if a defendant receives 3 X's, 3 objections during their trial, well, they're held in contempt of court and automatically guilty of their crime. So the sound alert for the objection is how you add an X to the case file. If they get 3 objections, they're out of here. And it will get progressively more expensive. I think we're gonna start the objection at, what did we say, 100?
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be 100 bits for the first one.
200, then 300, then 400.
It's gonna be 200 for the first objection, 300 for the second objection, and 400 for the third objection, the final nail in the coffin. So we'll see if that actually gets used at all. But now you can't say the objections don't do anything. So that's another way that you can interact. And of course, you can submit written testimony. That'll look like this. Here's some written testimony from Go-Go Gadget, who said, I tasted the Mayo Plus, and it was just Miracle Whip. Not worth all this theft. And I'm sure that was a very relevant and important piece of testimony for one previous trial. If you want to submit your own written testimony for one of these trials, subscribe and then type !submit and then your testimony. and we'll display it on stream just like that. And if that wasn't enough of an incentive for you to subscribe, well, look at this. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little goal there. We're trying to get 15 subscriptions. If we do, we'll head on down to the firing range where you will get to shoot people with a gun. Seems pretty cool. Seems pretty exciting. So let's get those subscriptions in. Let's get our 15 subs, and let's head on down to the gun range for some shooty-shooty. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that you can also pay $5 to call a witness to the witness stand. It can be anybody. Pay $5. Tell us who you want to put on the stand. It could be a fictional character, a celebrity. Ideally, it's somebody who's related to the crime in some way. Someone who saw the crime, maybe someone related to the defendant. But of course, it's not up to us. It's up to you. If you donate $5, let us know who you want to put on the stand. We'll drag him into court. We'll ask him some questions. So that is how this is going to work. The only step we've not done now is to figure out what this first defendant is accused of. As you may have realized, I've misplaced my docket once again, and so I do not know what this first defendant is accused of. If you wouldn't mind, chat, please remind me of what the crime was, and let's go for like sort of grounded, low-stakes crimes this time. I'm looking for like loitering outside the 7-Eleven, bringing an unregistered, what do you call them? The things in parades, float. Bringing an unregistered float to the parade, that kind of stuff. You know, nothing like too dark. Breaking but not entering. Okay, I think that's just vandalism. Arson, feeding homeless people, tax evasion. Tax evasion from a first-time chatter. We're going to take that. Churro, thank you for your suggestion. We're going to take tax evasion, not the sexiest crime, but a crime nonetheless. A white-collar crime. Something that I've been really trying to crack down on more often here in the Now York jurisdiction, okay? These white-collar criminals have been getting off too easy for too long. So this first defendant stands accused of tax evasion. We're going to meet them now. Thank you for the subscription, by the way. If you want to submit some evidence, maybe hold off until we meet the first defendant, and then you can submit some evidence related to the trial. All right, without further ado, let's meet our first defendant, who stands accused of tax evasion. Defendant, please state your name for the record.
I am what I am, and that's all that I am. It's me, Sexy Popeye, Slutty Popeye, from the...
Sexy's? I'm sorry, sir.
Slutty.
We need to clarify for the record. Are you
Both.
sexy
all
or
of the
slutty?
Above, all of the above. It's
okay, but for the record, do you want to be sexy Popeye or slutty Popeye?
Slutty Popeye.
Slutty Popeye. All right, stenographer, please make note of that. Slutty Popeye. And Slutty Popeye... Well, I'm sorry, what was that? Is that what you sound like when you laugh? Okay, sir, I'm not sure what you're trying to get at here, but you are currently on trial for a very serious crime, tax evasion, okay? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Excellent. Okay, well, I hope for your sake and for society's that is the case, but it seems that we have a record here that shows that you have not been paying your taxes. Care to explain?
Yeah, okay, so we got the new CW show where I'm kind of slutty and hip, and I text, and we hang out in Bluto and Olive Oil the whole first season. They're having sex, and and then we get together later. It's like Riverdale, you know that Riverdale?
Okay, yes. That was
like
the
Riverdale.
Archie comics, but like horny?
Yes, this is
So they
Popeye.
did that with Popeye?
Yes, they did that with Popeye, and it's horny now. I've made a lot of money off of my little program, and I don't think I should have to pay the government for that, but I still paid, the amount that seems reasonable to me.
All right, I want to clarify here. Are you a professional sailorman or a professional actor in a program portraying a sailorman?
I am a professional sailorman.
And that's our first objection of the night.
Yep.
1X on Slutty
Kind of a
Popeye.
perfect opportunity to test this system.
That's
tonight.
good. And let's raise the price of that by 100 bits. Slutty Popeye, I'm sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt with that objection. Are you an actor or a sailorman?
I'm a professional sailorman, but I also go to an American high school. It's sort of like the 1950s-ish.
Okay, this feels a lot like Riverdale.
Yeah.
How is it different than Riverdale?
I'm Popeye.
Okay, so it's just it's like, what if Popeye was in Riverdale?
Yeah, you're catching on. Yeah, I think you're starting to figure out my whole deal.
Okay, well, we've got some
Bluto's
testimonies.
there. The guy with the hamburgers is there.
And are they
He's-
all teenagers too and
Yeah,
sexy?
and the guy with the hamburgers, instead of hamburgers, it's heroin that he's addicted to. That's kind of the new update, the fun little thing.
I will gladly pay you Tuesday for some heroin today.
That's exactly what he says.
Okay, I
in the
feel like
fucking
I'm starting to
pilot.
catch on. But
Yes.
before we get too much further, right, and we want a lot more of that. But before we do, we are
You
going
want more
to.
of that?
I do,
For
but
sure.
but not yet, because we
Okay.
have some written testimony here that we need to get to that I'm hoping is going to get us back to the tax evasion.
Yeah,
so let's
cool.
have a look.
Rock and roll.
Now, Voidwalker said he did it. I seen him.
Oh.
And that is fairly damning testimony from a witness. How, care to explain? Okay, that's going to be very difficult for a
Yeah.
stenographer to write down.
Yeah.
Could you enunciate?
Tough. I had to look. Have you seen Anatomy of a Fall?
I have not.
Okay, they let.
I've seen Cars 2.
Yeah. So Sandra Huller's character, they make her speak in French.
Can you describe this in Cars 2?
Yeah. So imagine Lightning McQueen
Yes, the car.
probably killed.
He's the
Sally.
red one.
No. Lightning McQueen jumped from the third floor of his home, and Sally,
The garage.
the Porsche. Yeah, well, you sure? The Porsche.
He lives in a garage
Yeah.
because he's the
People
car.
think that the Porsche killed Lightning McQueen. And so
Okay.
she's got to go to trial, and it's in France for some reason. That's where Lightning McQueen wants to live. And they make Sally, the Porsche, do the whole trial in French, even though that's not her first language. It's German. At some point, like 3 or 4 days into the trial, she just abandons that and starts speaking in German. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm kind of speaking my natural language. You're still not. I know you have a translator over there.
Yeah, we do. We're
Yeah.
paying a lot for that.
Yeah.
You are, technically, the taxpayer.
Yeah, that's the CW money, baby.
I see. Okay, so you're
CW.
making a lot of money from television. You don't want to pay your taxes, and to me, this is starting to feel like an admission.
Do you see my Super Bowl commercial where I gave the Tasmanian Devil a high five?
I'm not sure that I did. I saw... Now, maybe this will jog my memory, or maybe this will jog your memory, because while I did not see the commercial you're referencing, we did have a piece of visual evidence submitted that I think is going to refresh everybody in this room's memory about the events that took place prior to this crime.
Go
Bailiff,
off.
we're ready to look at that?
Pop off.
Let's go ahead and have a look. And now, care to explain this?
This is so fucked that you would show me this photo.
Well,
okay.
I wish I hadn't. I wish I didn't need to.
This is really fucked up. Kermit and I go back a long way. We took the same Stella Adler class when we first moved out here, and kicked it a bunch at at Akbar and other places. You know, we hung out. And for you to show me that photo is akin to like when they played the phone call that Joaquin Phoenix made when River had passed away. Really fucked up. I don't like seeing it. I don't like thinking about it.
I don't mean to make you. I don't want to put you in a traumatic experience. I'm just trying to get to the truth, and to not show that image, frankly, would be a disservice to justice. I'm sorry. No, I can understand what you're saying. You just called me a little bitch.
Yeah, well, fuck you, piece of shit.
Just because you're saying it in Popeye voice doesn't make it unintelligible.
Yeah, okay, well.
Be careful. Someone might pay for another objection. Now, Slutty Popeye, I do want to give some of our jurors an opportunity to ask you some questions directly to kind of get your side of the story, but also get a little bit further closer to the truth, not further from it.
Yeah.
Slutty Popeye, jurors in the chat, if you have any questions that you'd like to pose to Slutty Popeye, here's a question that I was actually frankly wondering from the beginning.
Was it hamburger?
No, it was not hamburger.
I can answer that.
Sweet Goose TV did. That's more of a statement, in my opinion, but sure, go ahead if you have a response. Okay. Now, Mac Plays is wondering, where's the sluttiness?
Oh, yeah. So, I kind of have a fun, prep look. Oh.
Welcome in, new jurors.
R2 Shelby 2, thanks for
R2 Shelby 2, welcome in. Have your seat in the jury box, welcome in. We're currently...
I'm on Slutty Popeye, I'm on trial for tax evasion.
Right, slutty trial is slutty... This is not a slutty trial. This is not a slutty trial. This is a very serious trial
We could get there.
of Slutty Popeye, who is on trial for the very not slutty crime of tax evasion.
I am in high school. In the 4th season of this show, we will travel back in time to stop the MLK assassination. It will not work.
It won't work. What
It
won't work?
We will
The
try
episode?
No. Well, that's subjective.
That feels almost guaranteed.
I'll leave that to the top cats over at Metacritic. Okay.
Okay, let's get back to the question from juror Mac Place, who wanted to know, where's the sluttiness?
Okay. I don't know if you've noticed this. I've eschewed my typical sailor garb in favor of some prep stuff.
Yeah, the sailor thing feels sexier to me, though. Like, the sailor thing, like, that's the whole thing, is like sexy sailor man.
Not if you're at an American high school in 1950 and I'm giving Laura Palmer vibes low key.
Okay, so you're just like wearing a sweater vest?
Yeah.
Got it. But you kept the sailor hat.
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on one thing. Somebody did point out olive oil is on Ozempic. That is true. That is canonically true. That's in the show. Olive oil, Ozempic.
Okay, great. Glad we got that detail. We had a question here from juror Burke, who wants to know, what happens when Slutty Popeye eats the spinach? Is it still his arms that grow? What's so funny about that?
Somebody read the wiki. Somebody's up there in the friggin' Popeye wiki.
Okay, we've got some deep fans, I guess, of Slutty Popeye. And is that the name? What is the name of the CW show?
It's just Popeye.
And there we have a second objection. And let's raise the price. You're on thin ice, Slutty Popeye. One more objection and you're out of here.
Suck my cock.
Nope.
Okay.
Careful.
All right.
I don't technically have the power to add an objection, but if I did, I would give you one for telling me to suck your cock.
Okay.
All right, how many years did you evade taxes? Let's get down to brass tacks here.
I didn't evade taxes. I sent them the money that I felt was appropriate.
We almost got him on that one. Good try. Now, we're nearing the end of this trial, Slutty Popeye, but before we do, we have a very important piece of visual evidence that could turn this whole thing upside down. Do you have anything you want to say before we reveal this piece of evidence? Any admissions? Anything you want to get in front of?
If anybody is here to doubt my sluttiness, I just want to say, first season, I have sex with olive oil. I have sex with Bluto. I have sex with that pink cat. What's the one?
Pink Panther. What's his name?
Mr.
Pink Panther?
No, not Pink Panther.
And there it is.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
That is a third objection.
The big cat, the big one. The one that... Haven's the Murgatroyd, whatever the fuck that. Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss.
I have sex with Snagglepuss.
I was thinking Snuffleupagus, but he's the elephant.
I fuck Snagglepuss raw in the high school bathroom. We smoke a joint and explore each other's bodies.
All right.
That's in the show.
Strike all of this from the record. He's been held in contempt. We are going to look at this last piece of visual evidence. Unfortunately, it has no bearing on your guilt because you have been held in contempt and are therefore guilty. But let's see what we would have seen. And it is Buzz Lightyear saying, "I'm Buzz Lightyear, I come in pies."
Yeah. My daughter, what's the one?
No need to explain, really. I mean...
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can if you want to, but you are guilty, regardless of...
The daughter that Olive Oil and I have in high school, which is pretty controversial, you know, we have like a little baby. One day she comes home from preschool and she's drawn this, and it's like a whole episode on like how do you navigate, you know, your child's burgeoning sexuality.
Okay, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
All right, well,
jurors,
jurors...
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, like, you're not alone in feeling that way.
Jurors, we found Slutty Popeye in contempt of court.
That's the name of the character, Sweet Pea. Thank you. I should have maybe Googled Popeye.
Probably should have done
2 or 3 more times.
Yeah, just a little bit more research.
Whatever.
But in any event, you are guilty, Slutty Popeye. And so what is pretty damning? I agree, Churro777. What is the punishment for Slutty Popeye, who is, we're deciding, is guilty of tax evasion by way of contempt of court? I guess is how we're going to say that.
Yeah.
No spinach. Ooh.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Oh, no.
No more penis. No
Also,
sex with Bluto. Sex with Bluto? I think he did that voluntarily already.
Yeah, I should clarify, by the way, in the show, my version of spinach is now kale from Sweet Green. We have a Sweet Green tie-in where I go to Sweet Green every time I need to like ace an exam or like score some coke.
Doesn't this take place in the 50s?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the 50s, but there's Sweet Green?
It's Sweet Green, but it looks like a 50s era diner.
Got it. Okay, well, we're going to go with death.
And all the music
we're taking death from Bomber Suits and Kilts. Your punishment is death.
All the music is Cat Power covering various 50s doo-wop groups. It's awful. It's really just pretty putrid stuff. But, what's her name? The long
You're going to die, Slutty Popeye. Please make your way out of the courtroom and to our execution room. Do not walk out the door. Okay. We have no way of stopping you, but please do not walk out the front door.
Okay.
Please walk to your execution.
Hey, Judge.
Yes, bailiff.
No, sorry. This is the stenographer.
Oh.
I'm trying to get something for the transcript. Who did he fuck raw? Who did he fuck raw in the bathroom?
Bluto? No. Snagglepuss.
All right.
Snagglepuss, the big pink cat. Can't hear him. The bailiff. We had a hard time hearing the. It was actually the stenographer who was wanting, for the record, to clarify who it was that.
Margaret Qualley plays Olive Oil. I just want to clarify. Margaret Qualley is playing Olive Oil in the show.
Great. And now, please.
That's it.
Go
It's important.
get killed by the state. All right. Folks, our first trial, our first guilty verdict of the night. Crime being swept up off the streets of New York. Great work. We've also got 2 subscriptions, which means we're well on our way to hitting our goal of 15. Let's get those in. Let's get some more evidence. But now it's time to go on to our next trial, and that means it's time for another crime. So, chat, please let me know what this next defendant stands accused of. What is the crime? Something that is technically a crime would be great, but you get it. Impersonating a doctor from Laser Lady. We're taking that. Impersonating a doctor. Now, obviously impersonating anybody is a violation of their privacy, of their person, of their sense of safety in our society, but impersonating a doctor is even more malicious because those are people that we trust. And it's also potentially very dangerous. Thank you, Abby Sally, for the 18 months. So this next defendant stands accused of such a gross use of misrepresentation. I hope, for all of our sakes, that it was all some sort of misunderstanding, but we'll get to the bottom of it now. Let's meet our defendant. Defendant, please state your name for the record.
Oh, hi. My name is F. Ree Willie.
F. Ree Willie.
Effery Willie, yeah. What do we got? I gotta get back on site.
Well, sir, we're gonna have to take some time away. When you say get back on site, what do you mean?
The construction site that I work on. I'm the foreman. Dang, I gotta get back. Can you hear me? I gotta get back on the site.
You're coming in clear, Mr. Willie. You say you're a foreman.
Effery.
Effery, yes. Would you prefer me to call you Effery?
Yeah, anything. We gotta get it going.
Sure.
I gotta get back on site.
In the interest of a speedy trial, I'll try to help with that, but we're gonna have to get the facts first, Mr. Willie.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me why it is someone might have thought that you were impersonating a doctor? It seems clear to me, based on our first interaction here, that you are a construction worker.
Yeah, impersonating a what? A doctor?
Yes, that is the crime for which you stand accused. Are you not familiar with the idea of a doctor?
One of those people you go and see when you get hit?
White coat, stethoscope.
Why? Why would anyone do that?
Well, I guess that's kind of what we're trying to get at here, Mr. Willie, although one idea that comes to mind is that doctors are traditionally paid pretty well, and if someone were to successfully impersonate one, they might be the recipient of that payment.
Oh, I get paid plenty.
Oh, really? Okay.
I get paid more than enough.
You get, okay, well, tell me a little bit more about your line of work. And actually, before you do, maybe we have some evidence about your line of work. I think this was submitted in relation to your work. So, Mr. Willie, I'm going to show you an image here.
What?
I'm gonna show you, direct your attention to this television screen in just
What am I looking at?
It's the television screen. You see it right behind you?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna direct your attention there, and I'm gonna ask you how this image relates to your line of work. Now, what is it that I'm looking at here?
That's a guy throwing up cement.
Right. To me,
he's barfing cement.
To me, that feels like it may be a OSHA violation, Mr. Willie. That doesn't seem safe.
No, I'm seeing a guy weight so much cement that he's barfing it up.
Right, and as the foreman, which you've introduced yourself as, wouldn't it be your job to ensure that nobody's barfing up cement?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people are gonna barf it up. That's part of the job.
Can you help me understand a scenario where it might make sense that someone is barfing up cement?
Guy ate too much cement.
Okay, I guess I walked right into that
one.
He
barfs it up.
I suppose maybe the precursor to that question is, why would somebody eat so much cement that they would be compelled to barf it up?
Hey, listen, on the site, things happen, and we kind of... What happens on the site stays on the site. I'm not gonna rat anyone out to their wives, their husbands, their, pets.
Okay, well, Mr. Willie, I'm not going to try to tell you how to do your job. Frankly, I don't know the first thing about construction, nor would I expect you to come and sit up here and enumerate the various laws of our
what are
jurisdiction.
you?
I'm sorry?
What are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
The judge.
Where am I?
Efree, you're in court. You're on trial.
I gotta get back to the site.
You cannot get back to the site, Efree.
We got a hotel to build tomorrow.
A hotel right here in New York.
Absolutely.
Wow, okay. I didn't realize tourism was bumping like that.
It's a 3-star.
Okay, well, you got to start somewhere. Efree, the point I'm trying to make here is that as much as you don't want to reveal to me the intricacies of your work, that's kind of the point. You're under oath. You have to be honest with me, okay?
Hey, I don't know any other way. I'm a straight shooter, straight to the top of the construction site that I work on. I'm foreman. I'm number 1.
I see. So you are, and before we get too much further down this line, I gotta address the elephant in the room. It does seem like there's quite a bit of blood on your shirt, Efree.
Oh, this? Well, yeah, I gotta get back to the site.
Yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. It does seem that you are bleeding or someone near you was bleeding and the blood landed on your shirt.
Oh, yeah, that was barf.
That's barf?
Yeah, someone ate too much blood.
Okay, that to me is potentially even more concerning.
Well, you eat too much blood, you gotta barf it somewhere.
I'm feeling like I understand much less about construction than I did at the beginning of this trial.
It's a tough game to get into. We're not hiring.
Okay, well, I'm not looking for work, Mr. Willie. I have a job. I'm the judge.
What?
The judge. Listen, we've got some more visual evidence here. I'm hoping that this is going to get us back on track to the root of the reason that we're here, Mr. Wiley? Willie?
Willie, Efree Willie.
Mr. Willie, I'm hoping that we can get back on track to discussing why it is someone thought you were impersonating
Foreman
a doctor.
To the stars.
To the stars?
3-star hotel.
Okay.
Being built in the middle of this fair city.
Fair enough. Let's have a look at this visual evidence, and maybe you can help explain what it is we're looking at.
If marijuana affects the memory, why ions? What is this?
This, I think, is a statement that you made.
I don't remember that.
Well,
I don't remember that at all.
Well, it seems like you may have forgotten making that statement, but you won't forget to smoke then, based on the statement.
I got hit in the head.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to say anything.
With a steel beam.
With a steel beam.
So I got a lot of stuff going on in my life.
Mr. Wiley, frankly, it seems like you should have been seeing a doctor rather than impersonating one.
Who?
Okay. All right. Mr. Wiley, I don't want to create a defense for you. That's not my job. I'm supposed to be impartial. Thank you, Stagnation, for the subscription. Let us know if you have some testimony. But Mr. Wiley, to me, it seems to me, and I'm just going out on a limb here, like you were working your job on this construction site and you sustained some serious head injury.
I gotta get back to the site.
And as a result of that injury, you seem to have a misunderstanding of who you are, where you are, what's happening, and perhaps a misunderstanding of what it is you do for a job, leading to you potentially thinking you're a doctor.
All right. Listen, ma'am. I have a job to do. I am a foreman at a construction site. Someone says I'm impersonating a doctor who's one of those people who wears something that doesn't look like this.
It's pretty close, but white coat, yeah. Typically, well, I guess sometimes splattered in blood.
Yeah.
Not the hat.
Not the hat. Doctors never wear hats.
Okay, so it seems like you do kind of know what a doctor is.
Well, I heard of them. I watch ER.
I see. Okay, well, that's interesting. Do you watch a lot of ER?
It's the only show I watch.
All right, well, now I feel like we're maybe getting somewhere, Wiley. After you sustained that head injury, what did you do?
I watched ER.
Okay, all right. Is it possible, Wiley, that after your head injury, you went home, watched a bunch of ER, and then in sort of like a psychosis related to some sort of brain injury or concussion. And thank you for that donation. We are going to bring a witness to the stand. After sustaining that head injury, you got confused and thought, I'm in ER.
Sometimes I'm in ER.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes I go straight into ER and I can talk to all of them. I talk to George
Clooney?
George Clooney.
Okay, you refer to him by the actor's name?
Absolutely.
And what is it that, all right, we're in ER. What are we doing? We're in ER. There's patients, there's nurses. And what are you doing?
Oh, I'm touching people.
Okay.
Touching people at different various parts of their bodies, making sure that they work.
Sure.
I'm going to my neighbor's house.
Okay,
seeing if they're okay. Kind of touching their body.
Just kind of doing some pro bono work.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And then I say, hey, I'm a doctor. But that's in ER. That's not on site at my job.
I see. So you've got a sort of a separation of church and state here. When you're on the construction site, you're a foreman. When you're not on the construction site, all bets are off.
I'm in ER.
Right. Okay. Well, we do have another piece of visual evidence that we're going to need to take a look at. I need you to explain what it is we're looking at here on the television screen.
That looks like a Sprite and some candies.
Yes, this was reported as what you brought to lunch on the site.
Well, yeah, it's my lunch, my standard lunch.
This is what you eat every day on the site.
Yeah. I drink so much cough syrup that I can sleep the rest of the day. That's such an easy thing. I don't know why more people don't do it. Drink a lot of cough syrup and then you'll just rest the rest of the day.
Okay, big pop from the jurors, please.
Thank you. Am I right or am I right, America? I gotta get back to the site.
Jury, I will remind you that you need to stay impartial during the proceedings. Okay, huge applause.
That's right, America. Who wants to drink more cough syrup and get back to the site? Let me get back to the site. God damn it!
All right.
Yeah, get back to the site.
Order! Get back to the site.
Order! Let's have some decorum in here now, Mr. Willie. We are gonna go to a witness now. Have we adjusted his Chiron and name tag and all that shit?
2 seconds, yeah.
Okay, great. We're gonna go ahead and meet a witness who's gonna. Are you all right? Okay.
That played on mic.
We heard all of that. We heard all of that. Let's get one more. Great.
Nice.
Mr. Willie, we're gonna go to a witness now who's gonna potentially give us some more information about what goes on at the site. Witness, please state your name for the record.
Hey, I'm S.H. Amu.
I'm sorry?
S.H. Amu.
S.H. Amu, okay. Mr. Amu, are you familiar with our defendant here, Mr. Willie?
Oh, yeah, I know, Willie. We gotta get back to the site,
Willie,
man.
S.H., I've been trying to tell him, S.H.
We gotta get back to the... I don't know what this... Where are we? Who are you?
Willie,
I don't know who these guys...
What's going on?
This lady won't stop talking.
How did I get here?
Lady, are you talking about me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm the judge.
You got
and
long
I'm
hair,
a man.
Judge. You got long hair.
Willie, can I...
God, what is America come to? I gotta get back on the site, but they're keeping me here, S.H. Please, get me out of here, S.H.
Willie, can you take one step to your left so that you're not in SH's shot?
Is
Thank
this
you.
right? I don't know
That's
what
perfect.
I'm doing.
You're perfect right there, Willie. I'm going to grab some more testimony from your assistant, Mr. Amu, and then...
It's actually... yeah.
Mr. Amu, you work with Mr. Willie on the construction site for the 3-star hotel.
Correct.
And can you maybe give me a little bit more information about Willie's conduct on the site?
He lets us drink all the cement we want.
Okay, I was gonna... Yes. I didn't want to ask about that directly, but since you've offered it up, can you help me understand what it is that's causing people to be eating the cement? As I understand it, that is not something that should be ingested.
Tastes good. Tastes good.
Tastes good?
Tastes good. Don't have to pay for lunch if we drink the cement.
Okay, but it seems like people are bringing lunch and that the lunch is lean.
Excuse me, miss.
I'm a
I
man.
gotta get back to the site.
I understand that, but we need your...
We gotta get back to the site.
Okay. I'm going to let you get back to the site, Amu. Amu, is there any other statements you'd like to add to the record? Anything to maybe corroborate any of the claims that Mr. Willie has said so far? Okay.
Corroborate?
Okay.
Stop.
took too big of a swing
Corroborate
with that
and
one.
listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something. Grab a hold of me tightly. Fold like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop, yo? I don't know. Turn off the lights and I go to the extreme. Rock like a band. On the stage, let it talk like a candle. Dance. The speaker goes boom. In your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Yeah, I rap too.
SH is so good at rapping. You gotta listen to him. Sony, Paramount, they do record deals. This SH needs a record.
I am not the guy for that. Amu, you're free to go. Thank you for your valuable testimony.
Okay, I gotta go back. He's gotta come back to the site too, though.
We're gonna get him out
There's
here.
no work being done. I don't know what to do when he's not there.
We're gonna get him.
crying.
Don't cry. Go back to the site, Amu. All right. Thank you, Amu. You're free to go.
Let him go to the site.
Willie, we're gonna. He can go. He's free, and you maybe in just a moment we are gonna get a few questions. We're gonna give our jurors an opportunity to ask you a few questions directly, and then we're gonna vote.
Stay impartial, but we're making a young man cry. We gotta let him get back to the site.
We let him go. He's gone. He's not in the seat anymore.
Judge.
Yeah, but now he's crying too. Look at him.
Stop.
All right.
Don't put me on camera.
Okay. Jurors, do you have any questions for Mr. Willie? And then we'll get to a vote here. Any questions, jurors, for Mr. Willie? Okay, yeah. Here's a question: whose blood is that? From Rarely Asleep.
Oh, this is old SH's. He drank too much blood.
He drank it and vomited on your shirt?
Yes, when you drink too much blood, you vomit blood. I don't know if you're. I don't know.
That is not the part I am confused about.
Better than paying for lunch.
Why are you still here,
Get
SH?
back to the site, SH. Somebody's got to get to the site.
This guy wanted to go to the site so bad, now he's just hanging out in the back of the court.
Ma'am, I don't know how to open the door.
Someone help him.
Somebody
help
open the
him.
door for
I'm
SH.
going back there right now, don't worry.
What does this cement taste like? I'm not sure why we're asking that question. It doesn't feel relevant to the impersonation accusations, but go ahead.
Tastes like cement.
Okay. Do you feel satisfied with that question?
Thank you. America, what does cement taste like? This is what your tax dollars are paying for?
We have a lot of questions related to the cement and the ingestion of the cement. Here's a question that I'm actually interested in from Clayton Death, who wants to know, is your site union? It feels like we are just blowing past tons of safety regulations that a union would be stopping if they were there.
Well, I'm kind of the union man. So I have made my own union. It's complicated, and I didn't want to get into it. I made my own union, and they abide by the rules of my union.
What's your acronym?
Our acronym is very simple. It's CUOA. Construction Union of Anybody. Because anybody can be in it.
I see. Okay, and when you say that everybody abides by the regulations of your union, can you give me some examples? Like, is there any regulation that would forbid, I don't know, ingesting inedible construction materials?
No, ma'am. It is an anything goes type of situation.
Okay.
I let people do what they want. That's all workers want. I don't know why people try to make it complicated. Workers want to be able to do what they want to do. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, can I get another thing? Can I say another thing about this courtroom?
Yes, make your closing remarks, Mr. Willie. We're going to prepare a poll now to decide whether or not you are guilty, but go ahead and make your closing remarks.
This person over here, that's sitting at the big table.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in front of you. I'm sitting directly in front of you.
Yeah, he's sitting at the big table, looking at everyone, talking to everyone. But you know what he does for a living? No one does. He just gets up on the table and starts talking. So I don't know what to tell you. I gotta get back to the site. The regulators are gonna be on my ass if I don't get back to the site in the next 10 minutes.
I would feel like the regulators are going to be on your ass about all of your subcontractors eating blood and cement and lean while they're building a building that is going to be housing people who are here touring our lovely city.
Okay, number one, they barf it out. So that takes care of that. Number two, it's a 3-star hotel, folks. You can sign up on Google Hotels right now. And number three,
Sign up for what? It's not built.
Yeah, it will be by the end of the week if you let me go back to the site.
Okay, so this hotel is nearly finished, and it's been constructed seemingly exclusively by people who've been eating cement, lean, and blood the entire time.
Absolutely. Workers who can do whatever they want, work hard.
Let's get the poll up.
God, I wish that was me.
All right.
I wish I was on that site instead of here.
Jurors, we're going to prepare a poll. We've got a poll here. Go ahead and vote to decide whether you or not you believe that F. Free Willy is guilty of the crime of impersonating a doctor.
America, if I could just give one request to you. Please let me get back to the site. I need to get to the site so I can finish my work, so that the hotel can get built and I can go home and watch ER and go into ER. And then I can
not explore the going into ER thing nearly enough.
I can go into ER, talk to George, and impersonate a doctor.
Okay, he's admitting the crime while you're voting, folks. It's not too late. Who am I kidding? It's a runaway. 86% jurors have reached their verdict.
Back to the site.
We can close out that poll.
Thank you very much.
For the crime
Thank you very much.
of impersonating a doctor, Mr. Wiley, the verdict is in. The jury has found you not guilty.
Can I get back to the site?
You
now?
are free to go back to the site. Take care.
Thank you.
Can't believe my doctor was just on trial. That's crazy.
I don't feel good about that one. I'm going to be honest. Listen, it's a democratic system. It's the worst system except for all the other ones, as they say. So you know what? We're just going to have to take that one. But were it me in the jury box, I feel like things might have shook out a little bit differently. Ultimately, though, it's your call, and that's how the system works. Folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Judge Learned Hand, and I'm presiding over Now York Superior Court tonight with your help in the jury box. We've had 2 trials so far. One person was found guilty by way of contempt of court, and the second somehow was found not guilty despite admitting to a wide variety of criminal behavior during the duration of the trial. But that's just how things go sometimes here in court. If you're just joining us and you're wondering how you can get involved, there's a variety of ways that you can, in addition to asking questions to these defendants, submit valuable evidence to help us get to the truth. There's a TV here. You'll notice we display visual evidence, images on that television, and those images are submitted by you, the viewers at home. So if you haven't already, join the Everything Now Show Discord. There's a link in the chat. You can submit images in the submissions channel. You might see yours appear as a piece of evidence on that television screen later tonight. You can also write written testimony. We've had 4 subscriptions so far tonight, but I don't think we've had 4 pieces of written testimony. Did we miss one?
Yeah, put it up.
Okay, here's a piece of written testimony. Could have potentially shaken this whole trial and gone another direction. Let's see what we missed. It was from Stagnation, who said, Mr. F. Ree made me mukbang a bucket of clay and Quickcrete, and now I'm shitting bricks. Someone send him back to the construction site because he said he's a doctor.
What is that?
Interesting. Kind of a confusing piece of testimony. I'm not really sure where that lands in the way of persuading the jurors, but we'll never know. Anyway, folks, if you want to submit your own testimony, we can do that. Just subscribe, and then hopefully we'll remember to display it during the trial next time. You can also call a witness to the stand by donating $5. Just say who you want. Last time, it was great. We talked to another guy who worked at the construction site, and you started rapping. But with all that out of the way, it's time now for another trial. So what is the next crime that this defendant stands accused of? I need a suggestion for a crime, or a reminder, I suppose I should say. Remind me what the crime was. Gooning, boat DUI, laid a golden egg, kidnapping, ate a gold bar, fucked it all up, mail fraud, farting on a dog, eating all the cookies, gooch tickling, too much edging, pirating. He was pro-histamine. kind of confusing. It's an interesting suggestion, Carpe the DM. I like where your head's at. Let's keep seeing here. Faking his own death, smuggler, just a generic smuggler, possession of chemical weapons, watching booty anime. All right, we are going to go. Okay, we'll take that one from first-time chatter. Blake the Steak, impeding traffic. I'm going to assume that was a typo, and impeding traffic was a suggestion. Impeding traffic now, obviously. Welcome in, Gappy V. Fellow, shout out Gappy V. Gappy V is a fellow nominee for the Streamer Awards, and you can't vote anymore, so I feel comfortable shouting him out, knowing that none of you can go vote for him now. Gappy V, welcome in. Shout out Gappy V. Go follow Gappy V. He's a very funny gamer here on the platform. All right, folks. Impeding traffic is the crime, the alleged crime, but we're going to have to find out now if this next defendant is actually guilty of that crime with your help. So let's meet the defendant now. Defendant, please state your name for the record.
Yeah, I'm Captain Pilot.
Captain Pilot. And now, are either of those titles, or are both of those your name?
Those are my God-given names.
Okay, first name Captain, last name Pilot.
That's right. My daddy's name was Captain, and my mommy's last name was Pilot.
I see. Took the maiden name for the family.
Yeah, my parents decided that my mother is whose last name should carry the lineage.
I see. Does your father have some sort of fucked up last name or something?
Hitler.
Okay. All right. Well, that explains it. I would probably go with Pilot over Hitler as well.
Yeah.
Captain Hitler does not have a ring to it.
No, that was his name, but no, we decided.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to besmirch the name of your father. I'm sure he's a great guy.
He was an incredible man.
Okay.
He was deeply Jewish.
I see. Wow, ironic. Well, we're not here to discuss the religion of your father, Mr. Pilot. Unfortunately, we're here on much more solemn grounds, which is, of course, your currently standing trial for the crime of impeding traffic. Do you understand the nature of that crime?
Yeah, I understand the nature of the crime. I dispute the grounds upon which it's been levied against me.
Well, I'm hoping we can clear this all up as a big misunderstanding, so let's get to the bottom of it. Do you know why someone might have thought you were impeding traffic that resulted in this accusation?
I landed my plane on the highway.
Okay, all right. Well, fair enough. I understand. That is okay. Please leave remarks like that for after the verdict.
Sick.
Okay, we seem to.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Now,
you wouldn't believe it.
Now, Captain Pilot, a moment ago I asked you whether or not your name was a title, and you said no. So I have to ask now, are you a pilot?
Oh, yeah, I am a captain. Would you like that? You could put the CPT in front of my name if you like.
So you are Captain Pilot.
That's correct.
Who is a pilot?
My occupation is pilot.
You are Captain Pilot. Thank you very much. You are Captain Pilot the pilot.
That is correct, yeah.
I see.
I fly planes.
Understood. Understood. And that to me makes a lot of sense given that you've just explained that you have landed one of those planes on one of our highways.
You wouldn't believe it. It was so sick. It was amazing. What I did was incredible.
Well, Captain Pilot, can you maybe illuminate the nature of what I'm imagining was probably an emergency landing?
Absolutely. So you got to understand, first of all, I was born to fly. I love flying. If it's got wings, I can fly it. And one day I was flying and I had to set her down on a highway.
Okay, well, that doesn't fully demystify the nature of the landing, but we do have a piece of visual evidence here that we're going to take a look at. I'm going to direct your attention to this television. Maybe this will help jog your memory and we can extract a few more details about the nature of this landing. Does that sound good to you?
Absolutely.
Great.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Bailiff, do we have the visual evidence? And let's have a look here. Okay, this feels familiar. Would you mind reading that for the jurors and for the stenographer, Mr. Pilot?
Absolutely. If marijuana affects the memory, why on forget to smoke then?
Great. And when you read that, what does that mean to you, Captain Pilot?
It reminds me of flying, if I'm being honest with you.
That was a worry of mine.
It reminds me of taking to the sky. It reminds me of getting in my Cessna or my B-2 bomber or my Delta Airlines and soaring.
All right, I want a lot to unpack there. I guess.
Hey, Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. Someone's parked their plane in front of the courthouse, and it's blocking the front door to the courthouse.
They parked their plane in front of the front door of the courthouse?
Yeah, just like the nose is pretty much cracked open the front doors of the courthouse, and it's parked right there. Is anyone here going to claim that?
If I could actually explain.
I would love that.
Yeah, I landed my plane in the courthouse.
Okay. I felt like I was kind of... the pieces of the puzzle were sort of pointing in that direction.
It was awesome. If I could explain, I was actually flying, and then I landed the plane in the courthouse.
Sure, okay. We are going to bring a witness to the stand. Thank you for that $5 donation. Please let us know who you'd like to call to the stand. I think that was like BTSDM. But before we do, Captain Pilot, I appreciate the matter-of-fact way that you answer these questions, but I feel like we need a little more detail.
Absolutely. So the thing is, it's like you're a bird when you're up there. It's like you can, when you're a passenger, all you see is the seat in front of you. But when you're the pilot, you've got those big windows. You wouldn't believe the view you get. You can kind of lean out over your controls and really just pretend you're flying. And it's like no feeling on Earth, because you're not on Earth. You're in the sky, flying, soaring, doing what I was born to do. Fly planes.
You sell the hell out of the concept. I gotta give you that, Mr. Pilot. It does sound fantastic. I do worry, and thank you, Goat Vindaloo, for that subscription. Let us know if you want to submit some written testimony. I do worry, Mr. Pilot, that when you were explaining,
It's Captain Pilot.
Sorry, Captain Pilot, the pilot. I do worry that when you're describing that sort of leaning over the windows and look, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on planes, but my understanding based on watching people play flight simulators is that when you sort of press down on the throttle in that way, it has a tendency to make the plane dip in a way.
Yeah, I was nosediving hard.
Okay.
I was in what we call a death spiral. I had been up in the air, and suddenly I was careening down towards the ground. There was nothing I could do. I was trying to pull up, but
I want to stop you there. When you say there was nothing I could do, and again, not a pilot, not my area of expertise, but as a layman, to me it feels like, why not just do this? Why not just come on back up here, pull the throttle up, regain stability?
You have to understand, when you're leaning over the controls, it feels like you're a bird.
Okay.
Or an angel, one of God's angels, soaring through heaven. Heaven actually is the sky. People think that heaven is above the sky, but it's not. Heaven is a place on earth, or rather above Earth, in the sky. And that's what you realize when you're a pilot. Flying is like being in heaven without having to die. And unfortunately for all the people who died when I landed on the highway, they had to take the wrong path to heaven by ascending with their souls, rather than the correct path.
That changes a lot. You're saying that there was a loss of life as a result of this emergency landing?
Yes, accidental, which is, I think, why I'm not being tried for that.
Right, well, that would technically be manslaughter, which is still significantly more egregious than impeding traffic, which was the original...
Well, I think that's the only charge they thought they could get to stick on me.
Okay, well, we're going to have to talk to the DA about that. But in the meantime, we do seem to have a witness on the stand, and so we're going to be talking to them. Thank you, Radio Catra, also for the subscription. If you want to submit some written testimony, use the ! submit command, and then type what you want to be in your testimony. Bailiff, are we ready to speak to this witness? Great. So we're going to get some testimony now from a witness. Hopefully they can help us sort of clarify some of the mystery here.
Funny seeing you here, Judge. It's me, the bailiff.
Okay, hold on, bailiff. I just asked you if the witness was ready, and I watched you run around the courtroom and sit in that chair.
Yeah, I kind of speed walked over. Because we're not allowed to run in the court. I know. I'm not going to break that rule. That's sort of a cardinal rule of the courtroom.
Right.
I kind of speed walked.
Another cardinal rule is that nobody part of the state, unless they witnessed the crime, should be a witness in the trial.
No, I live out of state. I commute in.
No, I'm not saying, I mean the state, like, listen, bailiff, did you witness this crime?
Yeah, I can clarify because I think there was some confusion earlier as to the situation regarding the plane outside the courtroom.
Right.
Yeah, so he landed his plane inside the courtroom.
Yeah, to clarify, I was flying and then I landed in the courtroom.
Yeah, I got that.
His plane was initially soaring through the skies like a bird in flight.
I understand the nature of a plane.
He brought the plane down on the ground in close proximity to the courtroom. Some would even say overlapping with the courtroom spatially.
Okay, the facts, I'm there. I'm with you. I'm looking for the why.
Object.
The how and the what, I feel like we're all in agreement on.
Object.
You cannot object. Did you bring your own gavel again? I told you to stop bringing your own fucking gavel.
You know I said that I would hang on to this.
I'm the only one supposed to have a fucking gavel.
You know I said that I'd hang on to this, and you said that's fine, long as you don't bang it around.
I said you could use it at home. I said
you said I couldn't bang it around. You said I couldn't bang it around by the bailiff area.
All right, we have our first
I'm in a different spot now. I'm in a different spot now.
Objection. That's one objection for Captain Pilot. Feels unnecessary. Feels like unwarranted. He didn't have anything to do with that, but that's the way it goes.
If I could maybe bring a little bit of clarity to this, have you guys seen the movie Flight?
With Denzel
Washington?
Denzel Washington, where his plane flies upside down. You know, it soars upside down.
Right, yeah.
So imagine that plane is upside down. That's how I fly.
Okay.
Do you have
I really want to get into that. Bailiff, do you have any testimony relevant to the trial?
Do you have a friend like John Goodman where you do the banana boat where he turns a cigarette into a cocaine marijuana cigarette for you?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Okay.
And in fact, me and my good friend John Goodman, we often say this thing to each other. If marijuana makes you lose your memory, then forget to smoke marijuana.
Why forget to smoke marijuana?
Then why forget to smoke? Then why forget to smoke marijuana?
All right. The witness should not be examining the defendant.
That's a screensaver for my LG chocolate. So
that's actually the screensaver for my airplane, for the windows on the airplane. That's right.
Okay, we have so much evidence to get to. Bailiff, you're excused. Thank you for your testimony. That was useless. Stenographer, please strike everything that happened over the last 5 minutes from the record.
Sorry, Judge. Just be the stenographer. It's when I smoke marijuana. Why I don't forget to smoke marijuana? Was that it?
Sorry?
If marijuana make you forget, then why I forget to smoke marijuana?
Okay.
Did you catch that?
If marijuana make you forget, then why I forget to smoke marijuana?
No, if marijuana make me forget, then why I forget to smoke marijuana?
Right,
this is so tangential from what we're here to do. We have so much evidence we need to get to.
Judge, I'm sorry. Maybe I can clarify this a little bit. So
please.
What I do is I take an airplane.
God fucking damn it if you explain to me what a plane does one more time.
I've barely explained anything. I've told you how it feels, but I haven't told you what it means in my heart.
I don't care. We have some written testimony. We need to take a look at it now. God help us, please let this testimony be relevant to the trial.
Did you just say you don't care about flying?
What?
That is not under my purview. We're looking at the evidence right now. Let's see.
In 1902, the Wright brothers. Sorry,
please. Goat Vindaloo has some very valuable testimony. We're going to read it now. I am Captain Pilot's co-pilot, Lieutenant Captain Pilot. He has a history of disrupting traffic. At the pilot's lounge in the airport, Captain Pilot revealed to me his favorite hobby was throwing a roll of quarters into the street and watching homeless people run in and out of traffic.
So that's my brother.
That's your brother?
Yeah, Captain Pilot.
It's interesting that he doesn't mention you as his brother at any point during that testimony.
Well, he considers me as co-pilot because that's what was relevant to the trial. But my brother, Captain Pilot, he is himself just the rank of lieutenant and is my co-pilot, is a lovely man, and I appreciate him supporting me by sending in that evidence.
Okay, that evidence does not support you in any way. And if anything, it paints you as a criminal.
Could you throw it back up again? I remember I was giving money to the poor.
Nope, that's another piece of written testimony. We are going to read that, though.
Okay.
Radio Katra says, I just bought a brand new car and now there's a propeller in my trunk.
Yep. We call that collateral damage.
Yes. Okay. So that I guess, I mean, aside from the apparent loss of life due to your plane crash, it appears that you've also damaged some people's cars. Now, I want to get more into that, but we've got some visual evidence that we need to take a look at. And then I want to let the jurors ask some questions. So let's have a look at this evidence. Please, if you wouldn't mind, just help me understand what we're looking at here, Captain Pilot.
I did it.
And who is that?
That's me, sir.
Okay. I see. I guess I didn't recognize you clean shaven, but you're saying
I look different sometimes.
that's what you look like without the beard.
That's what I look like
Pants rolled up.
if I'm wearing an orange shirt, rolled up sweatpants, and I've been smoking marijuana. That's what I look like.
Captain Pilot, I don't mean to make any bold assumptions here, but it seems from that image that is something of an admission that you did obstruct traffic with your plane.
Well, let me explain for you what actually happened. I landed my plane on a highway.
Sure, that much we've gathered.
Well, before that, though, is the key part. I was flying through the air.
Right.
Open and shut. Sounds like to me.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm
Can
gonna...
we just talk for 1 second?
Nope, the poll's up, but if you want to make any closing remarks, make them now.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about impeding traffic. Let's talk about traffic. Traffic is when you're in a car stuck behind another car. It's a bullshit scenario. You don't need to be in traffic. There need not be no traffic. For if you just take to the skies, there your only traffic are the clouds. The only things honking at you are the ducks. And the only thing standing in your way is God himself. And he is rushing you to your destination. Be that the courthouse, be that your mother's house, or be that Hitler's grave. Hitler, I mean Captain Hitler, my father.
All right, it
The
was
most
going
devout
so well.
Jew I've ever met. And that's where I was going that day.
He had a lot to compensate.
I'm sorry? That's where you were going where?
I was going to my father's grave that day. I was flying, and I had run out of fuel, and I was soaring.
There were passengers on the plane. Why were you flying them to your father's grave?
I had to pay honors to my father. Well, they could come along. It's not a crime to take people to your father's grave. And you know that because you couldn't charge me with it. No, I had run out of fuel, but I was nearly there. And I landed. I landed on the highway by the funeral.
All right, I've seen enough. Close out the poll. The jury has entered their verdict, and Captain Pilot, the pilot, for the crime of impeding traffic on the highway by landing a plane that you were using to fly to visit your father's grave with, I guess, a bunch of bystanders, you have been found not guilty.
Thank you. And may you soar once more.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, Captain Pilot, and thank you, jurors. And thank you, the person who just subscribed, whose name I did not catch, but thank you for that subscription. Look at that, folks. We're already more than halfway to hitting our goal, and it's halfway through the show. So let's get those subs in. Let's hit our goal. But if you're just joining us, my name is Judge Learned Hand. I preside over this court, and you, our viewers in the chat, are helping us get to the bottom of some of these more difficult trials. We've set 2 people free. We found them not guilty of the crimes that they were accused, and I guess that's good. That means there's less criminals out there in the world. But now we're going to take a break, and we're going to head on over to another courtroom here in the Now York courthouse for some voir dire, which is French for
water.
Interviewing. No, not water.
It's a cognate. It's French for water.
It's not.
We're going to grab a drink.
It's the process of selecting...
It's hors d'oeuvres backwards.
It's not hors d'oeuvres backwards. Voir dire is a process of selecting jurors for trial. So we're going to head on over to a different room here in the Now York courthouse, and you, our viewers in the chat, are going to have an opportunity to interview some potential jurors. These are people who have been selected out randomly from citizens here in Now York City, and you will have to determine whether or not they are, mentally all there and free enough of bias to sit on a jury for some of Now York's most serious criminal cases. So we're going to head over... Yes,
We're all
Bailiff.
going to go to Nate's dad's grave together right now. You in?
What?
We're all going to Nate's dad's grave together right now. You
Nate?
in?
Who's Nate?
Nate's my buddy.
No, I'm not in.
Bonfire.
You're doing a bonfire at a man's grave?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not in.
All right, well, I'm going to head out then.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna head on over to Voir dire. You're gonna interview some jurors, and then we'll meet back here after that. Oh, and I forgot that I'm the one who cuts to that. See you after this. Hi there. What's your name?
Ursula K. Lagoon.
Ursula K. Lagoon.
Yes, I'm a science fiction writer who specializes in gooning. Books.
I'm sorry?
Books about science fiction that kind of it's a marriage of science fiction and gooning. I wrote The Left Hand of Gooning. I wrote The Gooner of Earthsea. I wrote The Lathe of Heaven of Gooning.
Okay. Well, we don't need your entire life's work. We just need to know if you are fit to be a juror on...
What's the trial about?
It's a murder trial. It's very serious. So we need somebody who's fully mentally capable and free of bias. So we're going to have some questions for you here. The chat is going to ask you some questions, and if you wouldn't mind, please just go ahead and answer them to the best of your ability for the next 90 seconds. Chat, and thank you, Yarkasm. Chat, go ahead and start asking questions now.
Sounds good. Did I create gooning? No. It's sort of a Taoist principle that I adopted. I was reading a lot of Tao stuff. Am I the godfather of... I'm a woman, thank you. Am I the guy from Evangelion? You mean Hideaki Anno? No, I'm not Hideaki Anno. Have I ever piloted a plane? No. But there is a sort of a dragon in the gooning book, the Gooner of Earthsea. He goes and he goons in front of a dragon and he slays it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Is it okay to torture a child a bunch? Are you okay? What an interesting question. No. I think no. Have I ever piloted EVA Unit 01? Is there something about me that suggests that I'm like...
Shinji vibes.
It's Shinji vibes? Is that what it is?
Shinji.
Now, why am I giving Shinji?
You're Shinji coded.
I've always felt I'm more of a Masato, if you ask me. I feel like I'm kind of giving older, experienced woman who's a little flirtatious with sort of the young ward that I've been placed in charge of. And only because I'm sort of an older woman that's got a lot of experience in general. Doesn't have to involve
Answer the questions,
okay.
Lagoon.
Everybody's saying Masato. Yeah, Masato. Pen. Oh, you're saying I'm like Pen? Wow.
And that's time. All right, chat, we're going to pull up a poll now. You're going to decide whether or not Ursula K. Lagoon is fit to be on the jury. And again, I'll remind you that this is a murder trial, a very serious murder trial that Miss Lagoon would be presiding over as a juror. And Miss Lagoon, I got to ask, Is it just a coincidence that your name is Lagoon and you are a specialist in gooning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My parents were anthropologists. I could have done that, but I just, I don't know. I got into college and I thought, this is fun. This is different. Yeah. People say that capitalism is inescapable, but so is the divine right of kings gooning.
What?
It's a quote of mine. It's a famous quote of mine. The divine right of kings to goon.
Famous to who?
To everybody. It's on.
What does it mean?
What's it mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means that sometimes it feels like capitalism, you can't overthrow it. But, people said the same thing about the divine right of kings to goon. To masturbate right to the edge of coming and then not come.
All right, let's close out the poll. I want to get this freak out of here. It does appear that Miss Lagoon is fit to sit on the jury for the murder trial. Miss Lagoon, you'll be getting jury instructions on your call time for jury duty in the mail. You're free to go.
Go off. Portland! Go off, Portland! Shout out Portland!
All right, let's get our next prospective juror in here. And reminder, chat, you don't have to put them on the jury. Don't have to. Hello there.
Hi. Oh, it's so cold in here.
Yeah, sorry about that. We try to keep people awake in here. People tend to get sleepy if the heat's too high.
It's just, I can't feel my tips of my toes. I can't feel the tips of my toes.
Well, we'll get you out of here as soon as possible. What's your name?
Tristina I. Lilly.
Tristina I. Lilly.
Charistina.
Charistina?
I. Lilly.
Charistina I. Lilly.
And they call me Chili.
Got it.
Because I'm always so cold.
Wow. All right.
You fooled me.
Well, Charistina, we're gonna...
They call me Chili.
All right, Chili, we're gonna have some questions for you now, and for the next 90 seconds, please just answer these questions to the best of your ability. Chat, go ahead and ask Chili some questions.
Oh, who's on my MySpace top 8? I just like anyone who's hot. Usher. Let's see. Is your coat secretly a ghost that whispers to you sweet nothings that will aid you during the trail? The trail? Oh, the trial probably is what that means. I was like, I don't like going outside and hiking because it's so cold outside and it's chilly. What's your thermostat set to back home? It's balmy 92. I keep it warm, but I'm still so cold. The trail. Are the rumors about you and Frosty the Snowman true? Oh, I stay away from snowmen because I get so cold around them. Once I made a snowman and I couldn't feel my torso for weeks. Thoughts on chili dogs? I love them. They're dogs and they call me Chili. Did I tell anyone that they call me Chili?
You did mention that.
That's my nickname. Do I wear shoes? Well, of course not. I'm a maniac. Have you ever committed a crime? Yeah, I don't know what laws are.
Okay, well, chat, go ahead and vote. I just want to, remind everybody that this person did just admit to being a maniac and not having an understanding of what laws are. So go ahead and place your votes now to determine whether or not they are fit to be on a jury where they'll decide the fate of somebody accused of a murder.
I have one question. Can we please turn the heat up in here? I'm sorry, I get cold easily. They call me Chili.
Okay, you mentioned that. We're going to let you go, and you'll be able to go right back outside as soon as we get these votes in.
Okay, I can't wait.
And just for the record, one more time, you said that you don't understand the concept of law?
I don't know. I just don't know any of the laws. I never looked them up.
All right, great. Well, let's go ahead and close out that poll. And Chili, it does seem that you have been determined to be fit to sit on the jury for a murder trial.
Okay, I'm going to need a blanket.
Okay, we will not be supplying that, but you're welcome to bring one from home.
Okay, well, I've got some in my trunk. I'll go get them.
Okay, take care. We'll send you your instructions in the mail. Let's go ahead and bring in the next prospective juror. Hi there.
Hey.
Hi. I'm sorry, sir. Did you bring a live animal into the courthouse?
Absolutely, I did. This is one of my snakes.
You're not supposed to do that.
That's all right.
Okay. All right, what's your name, sir?
Yeah, my name's Snake Beach.
Snake Beach.
Snake Beach.
Okay, is that your legal name? Because we'll need to be sending you some documents.
Yeah, that's what I changed it to.
Okay, Snake Beach. All right, great. Well, Snake, we're just going to ask you some questions for the next 90 seconds and just try to answer them to the best of your ability, all right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just kind of get this out of the way, though. Don't overthink it. My whole thing is bringing snakes to the beach.
Okay. All right, well, with that in mind, let's start that timer. And go ahead and answer these questions to the best of your ability.
Oh, yeah, snakes or beach, better. Let me tell you, the best is a beach with snakes. My nonprofit brings snakes to the beach. We're re-snaking America's beaches. We're putting snakes back on the beach where they belong. Would you become a snake if you could? No, not me. I just bring the snakes to the beach where they can be the snakes that they can be. Okay. Oh, my God. I know, my God. Can snakes swim? Some snakes can swim, and some snakes try to swim, and they can't. They should stay on the beach. That's where they were born, on the beach, where they grew up, and the fact that we took them away is a crime that I'm trying to make bad. Snakes belong on a plane. Whoa! No, they belong on the beach. Can I swim? I love to swim. Best beach snake. Have you guys ever been to La Jolla Shores in San Diego? It's full of snakes. You guys want to take your snakes to that beach so they can play with everybody's snakes and you can get bit. Have you ever been bitten by a snake? Of course. I'm bitten by snakes every day. Any snakes in the bedroom? Ooh la la, my wife is a snake. Is it okay to watch Snake Baywatch? Of course. Snake Baywatch is a TV show that I created that's been running for 13 seasons. Pamela Anderson Snake is the lead. Would you like snake bite piercings? Of course. Best snake nudist beach story.
And that is time, Snake Beach. Thank you for those answers. We are going to pull up a poll now. Wait, before you go, Snake Beach, we got to determine whether or not you are fit to sit on the jury. So, chat, go ahead and vote.
Put me on the jury, or put me on a beach, baby, where I can put my snakes on the beach.
This one is a closer one than the previous ones. Still not very close, though.
Yeah,
and it
that's
seems
right.
the ENS bot is also voting. Not sure how that works.
Come on, guys. Put me on the jury. I need the money. I need the money.
That would be frightening. All right, I've seen all I need. Let's go ahead and close out that poll. Snake Beach, it appears that you have also been determined to be fit to sit on the jury of a murder trial.
Oh, hell yeah, man. May all your snakes have beaches.
Please do not bring the snake to the trial, and let's go ahead and bring in our next prospective juror. Hi there.
Dan the Racist.
Okay. I'm sorry?
Dan the Racist.
Okay, is that a title or a
Stage name.
Stage name. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Do you have a legal name? That's what we're going to use for the
Dan
documents.
Blagojevich.
Okay, but you prefer to go by
Dan the Racist.
Got it.
Gets me
Okay.
better roles.
All right, well, chat, I'll just remind you that we're trying to sort of sift out anybody who might have some sort of preconceived biases about any potential defendants. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and put 90 seconds on the clock for you to ask questions to Mr. Dan Blagojevich.
Yeah. Best snake nudist beach story. I don't know one off the top of my head, unfortunately. Do you race cars? No, but I got a Kia Sorento that goes pretty damn quick, if I don't say so myself. What's your favorite race of snakes? So for me, I don't really have a preference. I don't really judge people like that. That's not my deal. Are you chilly? No, I'm pretty temperate right now.
You're dodging a lot of questions.
I think I'm really taking them. Filipino people. Thoughts? They're a people. They're from the Philippines. That's pretty much all I got on them. Top 3 races: Indy 500, Daytona 500,
Classic.
Monaco Grand Prix. I do sometimes like the European stuff.
No horses?
What's up?
Not into horse racing?
No. Is that hat red? Yeah, I go to Chapman University. My name's Dan the Racist, and I'm an alumni of Chapman University.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. My name's Dan the Racist. Go Panthers, Chapman University. What else we got? Dream Blunt rotation. Osama bin Laden. Barack Obama. Magic Johnson. The 3 of us just kicking back, just talking about life, going back and forth, being like, if this affects the memory so much, Why I don't forget to smoke then?
And that's time. Thank you, Dan the Racist Blagojevich, for answering those questions, I assume with pure honesty. It's now time to vote to decide whether or not Dan the Racist Blagojevich is fit to sit on a trial for a potential murder. So go ahead and get those votes in. We're trying to avoid jurors that might have some sort of preconceived bias
Judge,
or
this is just
prejudice.
for show business. This is just for Hollywood.
I can't imagine this helps you in Hollywood.
I am on every commercial these days. I am booking. I was just in a Super Bowl commercial. I said tacos while in a car. It was pretty awesome.
How'd you say it?
I went, tacos.
Okay, well, this is a runaway. Over 80% of the vote in the affirmative. We can go ahead and close that out.
Can't wait to go tell all my friends at Glass Hall at Chapman University. I'm going to get back there. All right.
Take care, Mr. Blagojevich. All right, I think we have one more prospective juror. So far, we've filled this box. Every single person has been voted as fit to sit on the jury. Let's see if that we bat 1,000 here with our last prospective juror. Hi there, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Caribou Lewis, hospice masseuse.
I'm sorry?
Caribou Lewis.
No, the
hospice masseuse.
Got it. Okay, hospice masseuse. I'm not going to inquire about that. We'll let the chat decide if they want more information on your
whenever
career.
I'm massaging, they either die or they want to have sex with me.
Okay, well, let's get the timer up, and chat, if you want to ask Mr. Lewis some questions, go ahead and do that now.
Okay, what are we... This is for a jury thing?
Yes, this is to be on a jury for a murder trial.
Oldest patient you've massaged, 98 years old. Does it float in the bathtub?
Answer the question.
I'm not sure what that means. Are they referring to my...
Yup.
Are they referring to my penis?
Yup.
Yes. Have you ever killed? Accidentally, yes. I did crack a back too hard and they shit themselves and died. How big is it? I feel like this is... excuse me, Judge.
Answer the question.
Excuse me, Judge. I feel like this isn't
Answer
about
the
the
question,
jury.
Lewis.
I feel like this isn't about the jury. How big is it?
Answer the question, Lewis.
It's 9 inches long.
Thank
We're asking
you.
about your conscience.
Nipple itchy? What is this? What am I doing here?
We're trying to decide if you're fit to sit on
This
a
is
jury.
ridiculous. How wide?
Girth, sir.
How wide?
Girth, sir.
4 inches.
Oh, God.
9 by 4.
What else?
Man's got an Arizona can down there.
Do it be like a 2? Come on, this is ridiculous.
And that's time. All right, well, I feel like we've learned everything we need to about Caribou Lewis. The only thing now is to get the votes in, which to me feels like something of a formality at this point, but let's go ahead and get those votes.
What are my critical thinking skills? I feel like nothing was determined here. What about my... This is ridiculous.
No, we know everything.
I don't
want
want to be on the jury. Can I just say I don't want to be on the jury?
No, it
You
is...
can't be too smart because all that blood's downstairs.
You got critical thinking skills.
All right, close out the poll. Mr. Lewis, you've been determined to be fit to stand.
No,
to sit
come
the
on.
jury.
No, come on. Come on.
Come. Haha. That's, yeah.
All right, this court is back in session. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for joining us. If you're just now joining us, my name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and I'm presiding over tonight's trials with the help of you, our jurors, in the chat. We've got a wide variety of defendants here who are defending themselves against accusations of crimes, which you'll be reminding me of as we make our way through tonight's docket of crimes. And Butt P-Man, thank you for gifting a subscription. Whoa, look at that. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. I guess, wow, really? I'm really excited to meet this defendant, but we did just hit our sub goal. Do we want to do a trial and then do this?
Nah, let's do it now.
Okay, I'll explain what's happening, but also follow, we'll shout it out again during the next bumper while we're killing time, but follow the Everything Now Hangouts channel if you want to see just like casual gaming stuff. We're doing stuff on that channel too. Okay, I'll explain all the rest of this shit later, but what you need to know now is we've just hit our goal. Thank you so much. Who did that? Who was the...
BTDSM.
BTDSM. Oh, Jason Flowers, thank you also for the subscription. Hell yeah. But huge shout out to BTDSM. Thank you so much for that huge subscriber bomb. We're going to head on now to the shooting gallery where you are going to take the place of the boys in blue here in Now York and go through some training exercises where you're going to have to identify which potential target is the real threat and which is an innocent bystander. Now, it may seem easy the way I'm explaining it now, but you're going to be given some scenarios where it's not totally clear who you're supposed to shoot. And it's going to be up to you to decide how to do that. You'll see more about how it works once we get there, and I'll see you back here after that. Welcome, cadets. If you're here, it means that you're a trainee here at the Now York Police Department, and you're going to be trained to use your firearm. You're going to be going through a variety of scenarios where there will be two potential threats who you will see presented in front of you, one in the doorway and one in the window, and it'll be up to you to decide who is the innocent bystander and who gets blown away. We're going to start with an easier one and work our way up in difficulty. So to get you warmed up, let's start.
Quick, I just escaped from the hospital. They said I'm being too random.
Hey, it's me, Carl. I wear genuine fur, but I also make sweet love to your mother and I make her very happy.
Click on the threat. Click on your screen to select a threat.
They said I can't dance in the rain. They said I can't sing Christmas music in July.
Oh shit, I forgot to start the thing. Okay,
this
do it
is
now.
stitched together out of legitimate red pandas. You know those cute little things on Facebook? But I also make your mom so happy and stop her from calling you probably every single day.
They had a big drill. They put it up to my head. They were gonna put the big drill in my head. I don't know what the plan was for that. I don't know where they go from there.
Listen, I like killing animals and I like wearing them, but I also like kissing your mama.
Great call, cadets. That guy said he likes killing animals. Cute, cuddly animals? What a terrorist. All right, that was just a warm-up to get you calibrated, get you used to using your weapon. But this next one, it's not gonna be so easy. You're gonna have to really think to figure out which one of these guys is the threat and which one is an innocent bystander. Here we go.
Hey there, it's me, beneficiary, half pig, half tax consultant. Do I see this right here? You claimed a single milkshake from Del Taco as a business lunch. Were you sharing it?
Hey there, it's me, Bill John. I'm the billionaire police officer. I've got $1 billion and I'm also an officer of the law. I can stop crime and I can buy jets.
That's pretty ironic. He's a cop, I'm a pig. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I see here you claimed a number of dependents, including someone named Honey Boo Boo. Come on now. Come on now.
Hi, I'm here to arrest you and monopolize your industry. I can buy off judges.
Great work, cadets. It was a close one there. I saw 100% of people were originally not going to kill the billionaire cop, but you made the right call in the end. So good work. But this next one, it's not going to be so easy. I actually witnessed a scenario exactly like this when I was a trainee. Yep, I didn't know what to do. Thankfully, we've now created a scenario out of this real-life situation so that you will be prepared when you see it out in the field. Here we go. Let's start it up.
I'm a guy who thinks this clout shit is funny.
Hey, I'm a guy you're talking to at a party. My name's Devin Swill, and I never spill. Oh?
No, I can tell you from experience.
No.
I know, like, it's tough, and you definitely know, and you know. Yeah, it's tough to find real fucking people in what we do. There's fake people everywhere.
It's LA.
There's people who are with you here.
Fake LA. I just got a new condo. I threw a couple house parties. All I saw was just the fake LA bitches.
I haven't watched any of the new movies this year. I don't know what to talk about. But I don't spill on you.
If I had a room full of sharks that are hungry as fuck. Clout sharks, man. This clout shit is funny.
I might spill. I'm getting a little drunk.
Great work, cadets. Yep, I did notice that 9% of you tried to kill yourself by shooting your own gun. And that was my instinct too. So I don't blame you, but that was incorrect. The correct choice was to kill the guy who said the clout shit was crazy, because he actually was a clout shark. He was actually a clout shark in disguise. He was a fake LA bitch. Well identified. That was a close one. But trust me, I get the instinct to kill yourself. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our second to last potential scenario here. Now this one was actually created by AI to be potentially the most realistic scenario that you will run into out in the field. We actually compiled thousands of real life scenarios written down and documented by our police force and fed them into an AI, and this is what it spat out as the most likely scenario you're supposed to run into as a first year cadet. So this is guaranteed to happen to you as soon as you make it out into the field. I hope you get it right. Let's start.
I'm Mr. Saxophone Hat Man. Everyone has one of these in their town. What are you gonna do with me? What are you gonna do with me, copper, huh? You gonna shoot me?
Hey there, I'm Jack Big Johnson. I'm a pimp with an acoustic guitar. I sell women's bodies and they are also my wonderland.
Saxophone Top Hat Man. I'm everywhere. I'm in your town. You know me. Are you gonna shoot me?
I lurk on the streets in the seediest parts of our cities, and I also strum some chords to bare my soul.
I don't have a home. I don't have any place to go, but I'm in your town looking at you right now. What are you gonna do? Shoot me?
I do the crime of pimping out women, and I also...
Great call, cadets. I did see 27% of you tried to shoot the light that was to the side of the thing, potentially sparing both lives because you thought maybe it was a trick question, and neither of those people were the perp. It was the guitar pimp. Now, Saxophone Hat Guy, he is someone you're gonna meet in real life, according to our AI. So you're gonna want to watch out for him, but he is an innocent bystander. So well identified. If you see Saxophone Hat Man on the street, I guess just pay no mind. We have one final scenario here, and this one is sort of, well, I don't have a lot of faith, to be totally honest. We give this scenario to every incoming class of cadets because it is impossible. It is truly the hardest scenario that we have here, and we run it because we want to show our cadets that sometimes you're going to run into a scenario where there is no right answer, but you're going to have to make a call. There's going to be people watching, and you're going to have to make a choice. So I hope you're ready, because this is the hardest scenario we have. Let's start it up.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Cassidy. I'm a Disney Parks vlogger. What's up, guys? We're here at Rope Drop to see how quickly we can get to Rise of the Resistance.
I just woke up with this knife in my hand. How do I get out of here? Oh, do I need to murder someone?
Later in the video, we're gonna rank the best churros in the park from the hardest to the softest.
Do I need to murder you? Where do I go? I was at my son's soccer game.
We're gonna cap off the video by ranking which Disney employees here, or cast members more accurately, are the easiest to make cry. I think it's the ones on Main Street.
All of a sudden, a burst of light shone in my face, and the next thing I know, I wake up and I have this knife.
Wow, incredible work, cadets. We really thought we had you on that one. We had a guy who was actually actively threatening you and brandishing a weapon, but you correctly identified that in any scenario where you run into a Disney adult, the correct option is to shoot them in the face. Great work, cadets. We might make excellent police officers out of all of you yet. Let's head on back to the courtroom for some more trials. All rise for the Honorable Me. Let me adjust my microphone here. That's good. Judge Learned Hand. Welcome back, folks. If you're just joining us, my name is Judge Learned Hand, and I'm presiding over some trials tonight with your help, our jurors in the chat. Now, we're going to bring out a defendant here in a moment who's been accused of a crime, and you'll remind me of what that crime was. And we're going to ask some questions, try to get to the bottom of things, and eventually you'll vote to decide whether or not you think they're guilty. Now, you can ask them some questions, and I'll give you an opportunity to do that, but there's a variety of other ways that you can interact with this trial. You can submit visual evidence, which we'll display here on this television, and to do that, you got to join the Discord. So join the Everything Now Show Discord. There's a link pinned in the chat right now. Head on over to the submissions channel, submit an image, you might see yours appear on that TV right there. You can also pay $5 to bring in a witness. We've had we've had a couple good witnesses, a couple not so good witnesses.
I was a witness today.
I remember that. I guess that's what I was referring to, Bailiff, when you were the witness. In any event, if you donate $5, you can bring anyone you like, put them on the witness stand. It could be a fictional character, a celebrity, ideally someone related to the trial in some way, but it's up to you. And of course, you can also subscribe to submit written testimony. Here was some from our last trial. We didn't show this one. We've been doing that. Been doing that tonight. This guy ripped off Ursula Lagoon. Potentially damning evidence from that last trial. But if you submit written evidence, we will try to show it during the trial that it was submitted for. And you can also object during these trials. I'm going to reset the objections from, spoiler alert for this next defendant. If you object, you'll add an X to their case file. If they get 3 X's, they're automatically guilty. Okay, well, let's go ahead and figure out what this potentially last defendant did as a crime, allegedly. Go ahead and suggest some crimes, chat. What did this guy allegedly do? Indecent exposure, watching anime, slapped someone at the Oscars. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll make it a little bit more broad, but we'll take that from Nuclear Goo. This person assaulted somebody at an awards show. Now, we're not sure the exact award show, and we're not sure about the nature of the assault, but there was some sort of altercation at some sort of award show, and this person is accused of that crime. We're going to get to the bottom of that. Oh, we have some testimony already? Okay, well, let's take a look at this testimony before we even meet do we want to meet the defendant first?
No, it's not relevant.
Okay, not relevant. Love that. But P-Man says, I was supposed to testify on today's trial, but I was told the entire court staff was down at the firing range shooting guns. I would have liked an invite. 1 out of 5. Is that a review? Like a Yelp review? All right. Thank you, But P-Man, for your feedback. We will go ahead and take that into account next time we head on down to the firing range. And if we get 9 more subscriptions, I guess we'll go back to the firing range. Wouldn't that be funny? Okay. Let's go ahead and meet our defendant who is accused of assaulting someone at an award show. Defendant, please state your name for the record.
Hello, my name is Cornelius Gatorade.
Mr. Gatorade, is that your legal name?
Yep.
Okay, sounds ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I'll just go.
Okay.
No, thanks for having me.
No, Mr. Gatorade,
Thanks.
I apologize.
Appreciate it.
I apologize, Mr. Gatorade. I was just, I guess...
We ready to act professional here?
You're right.
We ready to be normal people here?
It's just you look insane and your name is crazy.
You look pretty nuts too, my guy.
Fair enough.
You look pretty nuts too.
Fair play to you, Mr. Gatorade. Let's start over.
What's your name?
I'm Judge Learned Hand.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a normal
You're coming
name.
at me?
There's a real
You're
guy
coming
with
at
that
me.
name. It's me.
You're coming at me with a name Learned Hand?
All right, let's forget that. Let's start
I'm
over.
gonna use my learned hand to slap you.
Okay, careful now. Careful now. We will hold you in contempt, Mr. Gatorade. Mr. Gatorade, do you understand the nature of the crimes for which you stand accused today?
Stand to what?
Okay. Mr. Gatorade, the reason you're here today is because someone thinks you assaulted a person at an award show. Does that ring any bells?
Maybe.
Okay. Don't play coy with me, Mr. Gatorade. Were you at an award show recently?
I was at the Emmys.
You were at the Emmys. Okay. And why were you in attendance? Were you nominated or were you there as a fan?
I'm ex-FBI. I'm ex-CIA. I'm ex-NCIS.
The Navy police?
NCIS.
Yeah.
The TV show.
Oh, you're
That's why I was there at the Emmys.
I see. Okay, so you were, what, an extra or an actor in NCIS?
Lead.
You were the lead.
Yep.
You played Agent Jethro Gibbs on NCIS?
No, NCIS Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not Mark Harmon, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm Cornelius Gatorade.
Okay, got it. I didn't watch that program. We've got some visual evidence here. Maybe these are some things that were spotted at the award show. I'm not sure. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that.
Two, Judge.
Okay, we've got 2 pieces of visual evidence here, Mr. Gatorade. I'm going to direct your attention to this TV. You just tell us what we're looking at. Now, what is this?
Damn, he has risen for real, for real.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that?
That's just my Jesus. Everyone has an interpretation of their own Jesus. That's mine. I'm pretty vocal about it, and sometimes I get violent about it. So that
sometimes
might be,
you get violent about it?
Yeah, people are like, he's not risen. He's not, my Jesus isn't rizzed up.
Okay, but
then I get kind of pissed off.
I see. All right, well,
people are like, your Jesus isn't even that rizzed up. I get kind of pissed.
Okay, well, no one's making...
And I get kind of violent.
All right, well, maybe you want to cool that down a little bit, Mr. Gatorade.
Did you see his pants? Can we show the pants again?
No, we've got another
Can we
piece...
show the pants again?
No, we've got it...
So rizzed.
Are we bringing that back?
He's so rizzed up. Damn, my Jesus is so... He's risen for sure.
What are those, like Jinkos?
Yeah, those are some Jinkos. Look at that vintage Cardi. The white... That's the white shirt from the Bear. It's a plain white tee from the Bear.
That's the t-shirt that Jeremy Allen White wears in the bear?
Yeah.
That's pretty swagged out. All right, well, we've got another piece of visual evidence here, which I'm hoping is going to bring us back on track to the award show where you allegedly assaulted somebody. Let's have a look at that. God damn it. God damn it.
Listen, if marijuana affects the memory, why I forget to smoke then?
And can you elaborate on what that means to you, Mr. Gatorade?
Right next to my crucifix, with my rizzed up Jesus, is this printout.
You just printed out a picture of that?
I printed out. If marijuana affect memory, why I forget to smoke then?
And why? What does that mean to you, Mr. Gatorade? You don't know?
I can explain it.
Okay,
it's
please.
pretty simple. You want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Please.
If marijuana affects memory, why I don't forget to smoke then?
I see. All right. I don't feel obligated to follow that any further. No, I don't. I feel
Judge
good on
Learned
that.
Hand.
Okay. I thought we were done with making fun of names. I admit I misstepped. But now let's make it professional, okay?
I really want to slap you right now.
Don't do that. Do not slap me. Do not slap me. Mr. Gatorade, you're at the Emmys. You're there because you're nominated for your lead role in NCIS Las Vegas.
Wasn't nominated, just to hang out.
Okay, you're just there with your boys. Yeah, I'm overhearing some chatter from the bailiff who's bringing up an interesting point. Why is there
Navy?
Yeah, NCIS is about the Navy. Why do they have anything in Vegas?
They
It's
got
landlocked.
They got artificial lakes there.
And the Navy's doing what?
Have you ever seen the fountain at the Bellagio?
They've got what, a battleship?
Yeah, they got a whole battleship that comes out.
I guess it's been
does
a minute.
a show, but also defends the strip.
Okay, well,
from any.
God bless our military.
People, yeah.
I'm glad that's what our tax dollars are going towards. Mr. Gatorade, you were at the Emmys, just kind of hanging out, not nominated, and some sort of violent altercation took place. Can you tell me about the nature of that altercation?
Listen, this happens a lot. There's a reason I'm ex-FBI, ex-CIA, ex-NCIS after this potential incident that may or may not have happened. Listen, we can all admit it. Snacks are getting pretty lame around the office these days.
Okay, I'll go with you there because I do agree, but I'm gonna need you to help me understand how it's relevant.
Fruit leather, pop chips, unsalted almonds. What's a guy gotta do to get a fucking flamin' hot Cheetor in my mouth?
Flamin' hot Cheetor?
A flamin' hot Cheetor.
What happened to a Rice Krispie, Judge? When did that become a faux pas?
I'm sorry? A Rice Krispie for a snack? That's a dessert.
No. According to who?
It's a sweet treat.
When I was a kid, you could take that. That'd give you about 5 hours of a day right there.
5 hours? All right, listen.
Everything sugarless, tasteless, odorless, and I'm just looking for some flavor.
Now,
okay? They started doing this in the office at the FBI.
Okay,
and I slapped the office manager there. They started doing this at the CIA, and I slapped the office manager there. And then I show up at the Emmys, and they got that whole crafty table, not a single flaming hot Cheetor.
They've got a crafty table at the Emmys where you just hanging out with the crew that was shooting the Emmys?
Listen.
All right, we don't have time. Mr. Cornelius, we've got some visual evidence here that we need to take a look at. Let's go ahead and have a look at that, and I need you to explain it. Okay, this makes me a little bit nervous.
This is about to happen.
No.
In 5 seconds,
cannot happen.
Judge.
That cannot happen here.
This is about to happen.
That is not allowed to happen.
You are looking
here.
into the future. That is a magic TV that looks into the future.
No.
Because I am about to leap over that table and slap the shit out of you, Judge.
Absolutely not.
Judge
Absolutely.
Learned Hand.
We are not doing that here, okay? We are going to bring a witness to the stand. Thank you for that donation, guy. We're going to bring a witness to the stand. Mr.
Also, how
Gatorade.
impressive is that he just fully cleared the booth?
I'm not going to deny that.
That's high up.
That is an athletic feat.
That's
No one
high
here is
up.
denying that. Please do not do that, Mr. Gatorade. You will be held in contempt.
You got any snacks here?
No, we do not. No, we do not have snacks.
Oh. They threw it to the witness.
Speaking of the witness.
Shit. Oh, hell yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about.
Who gave him that?
This fucking
Who gave him
burrito with some nuclear chili cheese that's just stuck to it that dyes your mouth a bright orange.
All right, Mr.
What
Gatorade.
happened to snacks?
Great, Mr. Gatorade, while you enjoy your snack, we're going to speak to our witness who I think is prepared on the stand right now.
Oh, it's stuck in my beard. Somebody help me out?
No. Mr. Gatorade, you go ahead and
Somebody
eat your
help me
snack.
out. It's just stuck in my beard. Somebody help me out.
Nobody help him. We're going to go ahead and speak to our witness. Mr. Gatorade, please. We're going to speak to our witness now who's on the stand. Witness, please state your name for the record.
Thanks. My name is Thomas Pine.
Thomas Pine. Okay, Thomas, do you have any relation to the witness, Mr. Gatorade?
I've watched all of his shows.
Okay, you're a fan of NCIS Las Vegas?
It's the best one.
Wow, okay. I wasn't even aware that that was a program.
You never saw the episode where they shot a torpedo at New York, New York?
No, I guess I might have missed that one, Mr. Pine. Mr. Pine, so you're familiar with our witness here, Mr. Gatorade, as a performer on television, but have you met him in real life? Were you at the Emmys when this alleged incident took place?
I'm just a guy.
Okay, all right, well that doesn't help me a lot.
He's my guy. That's my guy right there.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gatorade, you brought Mr. Pine as your witness?
Yeah. He won the fan contest.
Yeah, at the end of the most recent episode of NCIS Las Vegas, it said, please enter to win to be a witness in my trial about the slapping I'm about to do at the Emmys.
Okay, so, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I understand this. In the broadcast of the television program NCIS Las Vegas, which Mr. Cornelius Gatorade is the starring role, at the end of that episode, he announced that he would be assaulting somebody at the award show and then preeminently requested that a fan come to serve as a witness at the trial that was sure to follow.
Yeah, they just solved the crime. Someone was murdered in the sphere with an anchor. And then he grabbed the anchor and he was like, this anchor's away, meaning going to prison. And then he looked it dead in the camera and said,
so the anchor was what's the culprit?
Yeah, the anchor was sentient. It was an AI thing. You really don't watch the show?
I did not know the show existed.
Oh my God, yeah, it's kind of about how like smart technology has infiltrated the entire NCIS and Navy of Las Vegas. They sold it away to the highest bidder. Anyway, the point is,
the driver steals the show, Judge.
Oh, okay, so you're a fan, Bailiff?
Oh yeah, big time.
All right.
I also entered the contest, and I'm a little hurt I didn't win.
Okay.
Tom Kenny was the voice of the anchor.
Hey guys, look, I'm sorry, you just didn't get enough bottle caps from NCIS Cola.
I drank so much NCIS Cola this year.
All right,
What about all the lead that was in the container?
Order! All right, we need some
Bringing back
decorum.
lead in cola. I'm tired of these Ollipops. These prebiotic bullshit.
Yeah, I've got an order, Judge. One NCIS Cola, please.
Okay, this is not a restaurant. Do not clap for that. This is not a restaurant. Mr. Pine.
If I could submit testimony, Your Honor, the fact is, we used to have all these great snacks. But now, snacks are all bad.
I don't understand why people are talking
This
about
is
that.
a big part of the show, too.
The show like NCIS Las Vegas?
Yeah, well, it's sort of, you know how Law and Order is split between like the law and the order? NCIS is split between like submarines doing stuff on the strip and arguing about the bad snacks.
If Dale Cooper can talk about pie and shit, he should be allowed to talk about snacks.
That's the catchphrase for the character right here. That's Cornelius's catchphrase. If you want to say that again?
Yeah, what was that?
I think
Dale Cooper can talk about pies and shit, I'm allowed to talk about snacks.
Yeah, if Dale Cooper can talk about pies and shit, I'm allowed to talk about fucking snacks.
It was, if marijuana affect my memory, why I don't forget to smoke.
Yeah, those are the catchphrases.
Thank you, Fogman, for the 100 bits. All right, listen, Mr. Pine.
Yeah.
Do you have any other closing remarks? I feel like we've pretty much squeezed all the juice from your testimony that we're able to. If you have closing remarks you'd like to add to the record, now's the time to do it.
Absolutely, Judge. I was looking for a snack. I wanted a Coke, and all I got was a woke.
Okay, strike that.
That's
strike that from the record.
That's another catchphrase. That's another one of my catchphrases.
That's a catchphrase that's like a slogan from the show?
Yep.
You gotta watch this show, Judge. It's crazy. They once were at a roulette table, and when they spun the wheel, it flew off, and then it chopped some guy's head off. And that guy was a swimmer.
Okay, I was gonna ask, what does that have to do with the Navy?
He was a professional.
He was all wet. He just got done swimming.
Baby, he was all wet. That's another catchphrase.
All right, Mr. Pine, thank you so much for your testimony. You are free to go. I do want to get a little bit more testimony from Mr. Gatorade here. Mr.
That's
Gatorade.
me.
Yes, I understand.
Just
that's you.
I'm so sorry, Judge. Do you mind? Can you slap me? Do you think you can slap me?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a dream come
That's
true.
a thing from the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't even try to do a stage slap.
That's fine. Just full blown slap the guy you just met. All right.
Didn't even think to try.
Didn't even think for a moment I shouldn't slap this stranger. All right, here we go. We're gonna get some testimony now from our defendant, but we're gonna get it from the. Oh wait, what is that thumbs up for? Oh, we've got another.
Does this guy
visual
even
aid.
know what he's doing? What the hell is this guy talking about?
Shut up.
Gotta get some evidence. Gotta get evidence.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gatorade. We've got some visual evidence. I need you to explain
I'm about
this.
to jump over that table. Yeah, it's guy from Seinfeld gun.
That's a George clock.
Yep.
And is that your weapon, Mr. Gatorade?
Yeah, I like to keep various pieces of weapons in my armory that have different sitcoms or TV shows surrounding them.
Do you have any other examples?
I also brought them to the Emmys.
Okay. Do you have examples of other weapons themed with sitcom characters that you have in your arsenal?
Yeah, I got Sandy the Squirrel M16.
At the entrance to the courtroom, we had to check his Carla from Cheers nunchucks.
Okay, I see. And you said you brought those to the Emmys. Mr. Gatorade.
Yeah. Yes.
You brought those to the Emmys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Judge, I got two. One of them things.
The written testimony?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some written testimony, and then it's going to be time to vote. Mr. Gatorade, how do you address this piece of written testimony? Blake the Steak says, I witnessed Cornelius Gatorade hide a white linen glove in his beard as an attempt to hide the weapon.
Any gloves that I wear are now considered a murder weapon. I just wanted to make that clear.
Okay, that feels like you might be incriminating yourself with that statement. Are you sure you want that added to the record?
It's like a bit on the show too, you know. It's like people are like, "Oh, don't get the gloves out. Don't get the gloves out again." And I pull out these nice Mickey Mouse white gloves.
Judge, I got two more actually.
Okay, we've got some more written testimony, and then it's going to be time to vote. Let's have a look at this piece of written testimony from Clayton Death, who says, Cornelius Gatorade just slapped me so freaking hard. I'm going to throw up at the award show. I'm going to puke all over the place at the Kids' Choice Award. I'm going to Ralph. Okay, I guess this was testimony that was transcribed from an audio recording at the award show.
That was the Kids' Choice Awards.
Okay, yeah,
which
unclear.
I was acquitted for.
Okay, so that was from a previous trial.
Yep.
Just speaking to your history of...
Statute of limitations passed on that one.
How long ago was that?
That was from 2003.
Okay, all right.
Whenever they built the statue, Judge.
Right, I see. Understood. We can't unpack that. We've got another piece of written testimony we need to look at. Bailiff, are we prepared to look at that?
They're coming in hot.
Okay.
We got even more.
Everybody is cashing in on their written testimony at 8:59, 1 minute before the show is supposed to end. Mr. Gatorade, we're going to look at another piece of written testimony here. Are we looking?
There's a lot of reading in court.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a lot of reading
court.
you got to do in court.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Are we ready to... Yep. Okay, let's have a look here. Yarkasm said, this man slapped me as a newborn. And then a review? 3 out of 10? Like in some kind of Yelp review? Mr. Cornelius?
Must have been a weak slap if it was a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I guess is that 3 out of 10? Was that how he reviewed
10 out of
the
10 is a
experience?
really good slap.
I see. So
1 out of 10, not good.
So it's a 10 is it hurts a lot or it was pleasurable for the recipient?
A little bit of both.
Okay, I guess some people are into that kind of thing. That does sort of speak to your propensity for assaulting people. I gotta say, the evidence is not looking good.
You saw my fan here. He wanted to be slapped. It's also like a There's no like romance on the show. Like any love interest is just someone begging me for a slap.
I see. That's how you show your affection to your co-stars. All right, are we ready to look at the... How many more are there?
I believe this is the last one.
Okay, great. We're going to look at this last piece of written testimony, Mr. Gatorade, and then I'm going to let you make your closing remarks while the jury votes. Okay. Here we go. Jason Flowers says, I wasn't at the Emmys, but I've never seen any of Mr. Gatorade's TV programs. But I do need to say that the all-new Diet NCIS Cola absolutely slaps. And if that puts him in jail, then so be it.
Thank you so much for coming to the Everything Now Show. We do this show 4 nights a week. Thank you for the follow. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So come on back. We're going to have another show on Thursday. If this is your first time, please follow the show. Please join our Discord. Every image that was the evidence was submitted by you, the viewers, in the Discord. So get in the freaking Discord if you're not there already. And also follow everything below here, particularly subscribe to YouTube. There are over 500 episodes of the show for you to go back and watch at your leisure, so definitely check that out. Don't vote. The Streamer Awards is over. You can't vote.
It's not over, but the voting is over.
If you can vote, if you can find a way to vote.
If you're in line, stay in line.
We are nominated for the Hidden Gem category in the Streamer Awards this Saturday, so tune in and just like support us in the chat. Make it look like people give a shit about the show.
I think we're gonna try to go live from the show. We can like co-stream it. So fans of the show, you'll be able to watch on. Yeah, you could be on the stream and you can all be chatting together and having a good time.
Have a good time.
Shooters.
Tune in Saturday. We won't be doing a stream on Saturday for that reason. So no Everything Now Show Saturday night. We will be on our clout shit at the Wiltern Theater in LA, hopefully winning an award.
Thank you, Mr. Potter.
Oh yeah, I am kind of giving
Harry.
I'm giving Harry. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who donated and subscribed and gave bits tonight. We really appreciate the support. We will not be doing more Courtroom on Thursday. It will be something completely different, but it'll still be interactive comedy.
Auditions with Cam Farmer and Robbie Ratcliffe.
Wow. Oh, hell yeah.
So any Wham City heads out there,
you're going to want to come
watch
back.
This.
You're going to want to check this one out.
And also know that you're not as big a fan as Rocky, whoever you are.
Just
know that about yourself.
You're second to Rocky. And follow our Hangout channel. We plugged it earlier tonight.
Finally got the Jason
There it is. We got the Jason Flowers.
The highly coveted Jason Flowers.
Welcome.
Follow after subbing.
Welcome to Now York, Jason Flowers.
A rare guy who gives us money before before following the show.
You love to see it.
That's awesome.
We're really getting our flowers.
Folks, this show would not be possible without wonderful guests. We have wonderful guests on this show tonight. As we do with most of our shows, but we have some extra wonderful guests tonight. It was Matt and Ben. Let's bring them out. Woo!
Thank you. Yeah.
Just stepped on.
Thank you.
Wow, this was awesome, guys.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Fellas, thanks so much for doing the show.
You got anything coming up?
Anything you want to tell the world about?
Or in person?
Well, you can, I guess, see me at the UCB Theater doing improv or sketch every once in a while. I don't know, look that up online. Or follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
Hell yeah, your Instagram is in the chat.
Yeah, same kind of long German last name for both Twitter and Instagram.
And yeah, hey, I'm Matt Klinman. You can watch my show on Max or Discovery Plus. It's called Funny or Die's High Science. It's very similar to this. It's basically a green screen science show. And the budget is basically the same as the one.
They shoot the whole thing in a garage,
It was
just
basically like this, but it's on Max for some reason, or Discovery Plus. It was Discovery Channel show, comedy sketch show kind of thing where you learn high science, Funny or Dice High Science, and then Matt Klinman at X or fucking I don't know. I hate that kind of shit, but you can follow me and I appreciate it.
Follow this man. Follow both of these men. Watch this guy's show. Watch our show. Follow us on all this stuff. Join our Discord. What else?
We'll be back on Thursday, folks.
We'll be back on Thursday for our last show before the Streamer Awards.
Wish us luck.
Wish us luck. Alex, who are we rating?
We're gonna rate T-Pain. Tell him to collab with us.
Hell yeah! We're gonna rate T-Pain. Say hi to T-Pain for us. See if he's gonna be at the Streamer Awards. Say we want to collab with him and say hello and be nice to him. All right, folks. We'll see you on Thursday night.
You've heard of auto-tune. Well, we're gonna auto-defenestrate if he doesn't come on the guy.
Don't tell him that.
Okay.
Don't say that to him. Goodbye.
Bye.
We're out. Yeah.